Good afternoon and welcome. My name is THUR. I'm the host of Realty Coffee Talk, which represents our global real estate profession network, especially for CIPS only. I welcome you all. Before you begin any program, we're going to ask each one of you to introduce yourself. So, Leslie, if you are able to talk, because she was the first one to join, can you please introduce yourself for a minute, and then we'll put you back, each one of you to come. So, Leslie.
All right. Yes, so my name is Leslie Woods Hulse. I'm with Century 21 Redwood Realty in Northern Virginia. I've been licensed since 1988, and I started my Certified International Property Specialist in 2017, beg your pardon. And I got that over at NVAR, which is the Northern Virginia Association of Realtors, which is wonderful. And since then, I have just grown to the point where I've never realized, never in my wildest dreams ever realized that I would be so connected to the world. And it's absolutely the best. And I got into the international side of it. I've been in it since I was working with the diplomatic connections, but as a real estate person, as a realtor, I'm more involved in connecting with other countries, how they buy and sell properties, what their terms are, and then how I can connect with my buyers here that are international buyers, so I can help them understand the processes of how we sell properties here and how we do business here, which actually, believe it or not, is probably the safest in the world. So that's what I do. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Leslie. You've been joining us and guiding us, our team, and you've been an amazing participant in our program. And I always said, I think I did a presentation a couple of weeks ago. It says global is local. How powerful that is. Global is local because of our connectivity. How far we are sitting in a diverse jurisdiction around globe, Canada, US, and we're talking to each other. We're talking about business, creating how we can help each other do business. So this is amazing. So I'm going to ask Tricia to please introduce yourself.
Good morning, friends. It's so good to see all of you. Yes, I will be in Anaheim, arriving in on the Sunday till Friday morning. And my name is Tricia Lehan. I'm with Remax Excalibur, based out of the Metro Phoenix, Scottsdale, Arizona area. Very passionate about real estate. I see lots of you on here that I know. And one of the founders of Real Estate Pros Without Borders. And we have an event, actually, I just posted it yesterday on Monday at 10:30 Pacific time. And we have global people from all over the world. And I happen to be invited to be on the panel. It's a complicated times right now. So I would encourage you all to check out the presentation. You're going to learn differences of what it's like to be outside of your area doing real estate on a global basis. So I have my CIPS since 2008.
Fantastic. You've been a great asset, Tricia, to our global network. And I always said that we have this power in our hands as a CIPS. And we are connected with each other because we made efforts to connect. And whoever has attempted or tried to connect and use each other's strength is beneficiary of our referral partner program that we have created. So I am very glad that you are part of it. So before we go to Dana, I'm going to ask Rory, can you tell us a little bit about more? Everybody knows about you, but it's always to refresh because you never know who will be watching this video. And also any particular event that you plan for this convention, please share. So once it's recorded and shared, everybody looking for Rory, they can look for you there.
Okay, thank you, Tahir. So my name is Rory Dubin. I'm in the Jacksonville, Florida, Northeast Florida area, cover 5 or 6 counties in that part of the state. and I am incoming president next year for the Northeast Florida Association of Realtors, 12,000 member board. I want to thank Tahir. He was a speaker for our global day a few weeks ago for NEFAR. And I know we all just got yesterday our assignments for NAR. So I will be in Anaheim. I am going to be back on Global Business and Alliances Committee for next year for NAR, second year on that. And I have an upcoming event. I don't have anything on my screen, but when everybody introduces themselves, I do want to tell you about a trade mission that I'm participating in, or our board is, with Trisha Roy, that I know Tahir knows about, to India. And I have a small slide presentation about that later.
Yeah, we will do that, definitely.
Okay.
Welcome that. Roy has been a great mentor, leader, and educator, and I am very proud that he's part of our team. I met him and his lovely wife there on NAR. It was a very delightful event, and I really enjoyed our meeting. I thank you for all your professional contribution to our profession. This is amazing.
I just have a quick question of Rory and who else. Are you going to International Night Out, Rory?
I'm not going to be able to go to International Night Out, but I will be at a lot like the International Reception and most of the other global events. For sure.
Booked, but I'm thinking
CIPS Penning, all of those
things. I know.
things.
Okay. All right. Look forward to seeing you there. Anybody else that's going to Anaheim?
Yes, I'll be there.
Are you going to International Night Out, Yoshi?
Yeah. Yes, I do.
Okay. All right. Just wanted to check.
Okay, wonderful.
Yes, I'll be there as well.
Dana, can you speak a little bit now? Can you please? We
yes.
have an upcoming program for you that I am arranging.
Okay. My name is Denny Gibson. I am from Charleston, South Carolina. I will be at the International Night Out, and as many of you probably received your assignments for this year, I will be serving on the CIPS Advisory Board, and Tahir and other parts of our board, we are working on a trade mission to Canada. So we're excited about that.
I'm really very delighted that we're going to work out a plan for our trade mission for the, Charleston.
Dana, when is that? And what association or where are you from?
Charleston.
Okay,
Charleston.
because I lived and worked in Canada, and that's sort of been, I served on the CREA Global Committee for 2-year appointment. Love to have a conversation with you.
So
okay.
Once we have done I have done presentation to the board, and then we will probably be sending out invitation to all CIPS who may be coming for a realtor quest. But this will be 3 days before the realtor quest. I will be presenting some projects that they want to know and tour and learn about the how business functions here. We did a presentation for Rory Dubin's the association there, and it was a little bit. This one is a kind of tour. They want to come and tour. They want to see and meet the projects and lots of things. So I'm working on it. So hopefully we'll have that information available to all of you once when Dana or her associate will share the announcement with the rest of the people. So I'm going to ask now Yoshi. How are you doing, Yoshi? Welcome. I think last time you missed, and I wanted you to tell us a little bit about your activities and guide everybody.
Okay. Good afternoon and good morning, everyone. My name is Yoshi. I'm based in New York City, and my area of coverage is Southeast Asia. And where should I start? Okay. So I'll be 2024 Global Liaison next year for NAR, charge of entire NAR global operation. So if you have any suggestion or concern, you can reach out to me anytime. I'm here. And I'll be in Anaheim. I'll be arriving on the 12th and then checking out on the 17th. I'll be around, so you can look for me. And what else? So we had a global summit on October 19, and it was a full house. And normally we host like a CIPS reunion networking events. And this year we had about like 100 people came to my event, so that was like a good turnout. And we have a CIPS monthly networking event monthly. So if you happen to be in New York or you planning to come to New York, let us know. So we can do some little welcome reception, welcome gathering, kind of like that. What else? I have some CIPS updates. So right now we have we have a 265 new designee just joined this year, and right now we have a total of 4,100 CIPS members around the world. Roughly about 20% of these members are from outside of the United States. And currently we have about 7,500 realtor members outside of the United States. Basically, they are our colleagues. They follow the same code of ethics as we do, and they pay same due as we do. So let's work together. And what else? Any other updates? Oh, so we just started like our website, CIPS website. It wasn't like a user friendly, so our tech team is working hard to modify. And for the last convention, we got the new domain, probably CIPS.realtor. That's our new website, new domain, and you can access to all kind of CIPS benefits information. And we are working on a video how to use Global Marketing Center, because some of us don't know, what you locate, how to use it. Basically, that's a site that you can download for a CIPS template, like business card or flyer or the marketing materials, and all the members have access for free. All right, and our next bigger event is November 14th, CIPS new designee celebrations, and basically it's a new pinning ceremony for new members. It's on Anaheim convention for then starting 1:30 for 2-hour events. And again, international night out is on the 15th. Make sure you register, and then see you all there. Okay.
Wonderful, Yoshi.
Is that good?
Yes, go
Good.
ahead.
Thank you.
Rory, go ahead.
I just want to ask Yoshi a quick question. Yoshi, because I was renewing like green ABR, SRES things yesterday, I wanted to check on CIPS because I know those dues are coming soon. So I renewed, and I know usually if you renew before December 1st or something like that, or January 1st, there's a discount. But I was
usually
charged
get like a 10%.
Yeah, but I just so that you know, maybe you check on it. It charged a full 220 for the first time, like in years and years. So
Wow. Oh, okay.
not a big deal. But I just want to let you know in case anybody else asks. So they didn't have the discount program.
Okay.
I received the email yesterday.
Yeah. So I renewed, but it was right. It was full rate.
Oh, that's not good. Okay.
I'm letting you know because you're Mr. CIPS, so you can report back.
I'll find out.
I normally renew this thing in December, because that month they will tell you pay before 31st, then you will get 10% off, and then I paid one time, and it covers, because I part into international CIPS family, so they tell us at that time. So it will get the discount. Yoshi, thank you very much. I was planning to come to New York, your event, but unfortunately, my wife got really sick, and I have to postpone that. But hopefully, in a few months, I definitely will be coming to New York because it's very close to us anyway. So I
Yeah.
really appreciate your efforts.
Yeah.
And also, please tell your friends to also to join. The most powerful thing is the connectivity. We can attend the annual convention, everything we can event, unless we connect and talk to each other on a one-to-one level and say, hey, this is my expertise, this is what I do, this is what I have, and I want you to reciprocate with me and start building that relationship. And that's the purpose of this. You know, today we have met 32 consecutive months. It's a record itself. And regardless of whether how far we are, but we are coming closer and closer. And no organization has done 32 consecutive month meetings except we did. And we're very proud of that. So before I do that, I'm going to ask Joseph, you join us. Could you please tell us a little bit about you and what's going on?
Nice to meet everybody today. I'm Joseph Williams. I'm in the Chattanooga area of Tennessee. I represent buyers and sellers in both the residential and commercial spaces. We're an active market. It's a little slower than it has been, but we're active in the sense that we're still building, we're still developing. We've got a riverfront that is going through a massive change with ballparks and office buildings. Chattanooga is certainly going to be on the map, and I hope it'll be on your radar screen as well. Give me a call if you're ever in the area or want to come by for a visit.
Amazing, amazing. Joseph, thank you very much. So I'm going to ask Andrea to please turn on your video and also speak a few minutes, please. Are you there, Andrea? Andre? All right, we're going to move to Gina. Gina, are you there?
Aloha, everyone. Sorry, I'm on a plane that's getting ready to take off, but I just wanted to listen in because I always find the information so valuable. I represent the islands of Hawaii. I'm CIPS and proud ARIA member, and look forward to making global connections with all of you. Aloha.
Thank you very much for coming, and have a safe flight, and we'll be in touch. So I believe the Leslie and Ida are on artificial intelligence. They can speak. I'm going to ask Andre, to see if she can speak. If not, then we're going to do it. I'm going to do a presentation that I did some, some items that I have updated you, what's happening in the marketplace here. So unless Andrea get back, I'm going to start my presentation. So screen share screen with sound, and I'm going to click here. And this is the presentation. So I'm going to say slide, begin. So I'm going to put it here, and you can see this is our 32nd consecutive Global Connectivity Conference, and I'm very proud of that. Obviously, we have talked about Realty Coffee Talk is creating connectivity, increasing awareness, building consumer confidence in real estate, and promote good ethics and business practices. Now, let me see if there's anybody else joining. And okay, no, okay, that's fine. So as I said, word is in your hands. The Global Real Estate Professional Network is a powerful global connectivity network to get to know each other, building long-term relationship and facilitate business collaboration among us. And my goal is to ignite the spirit of connectivity and cooperation within my Global Real Estate Professional Network. We have a more confidence to make a referral to each other because in our respective jurisdiction, because we are limited by authority to practice in real estate in our jurisdiction. So because we are professionally governed by the highest standard and practices as a CIP designee of NAR, therefore we are able to make a referral to each other very easily. This is the geographic map where I am able to help and cooperate with you if you make any referral. This is a Greater Toronto, Toronto Regional Real Estate Board we have two major MLS system. One is called TRREB MLS system. One is called ITSO MLS system. So now lots of boards are amalgamating. So we have 19 boards that deals with the ITSO MLS, which is in addition to this MLS that we have. The TRREB has over 75,000 members in one location that they are, and we are also part of that. So here is a statistic of September 23 as compared to 21. So I'm going to go very, very briefly. So this information is available. The purpose of this template is to update you the market condition in this area. And also you should prepare similar or identical or something to create this kind of presentation for your client when you are sharing and discussing listing or buying property. You are able to collect this data and tabulate in a way is presentable to your current and future clients. So you can see that average price in 905, 416 and 905. 416 is we call Toronto, and 905 is called surrounding city like Mississauga, Milton, Brampton, Oakville. These are within the GTA, but they are out of 416, which is Toronto. So sale transaction you are showing here, I'm not going to bother too much about that, but the average price in 416 is $1.7 million for a detached home and $1.34 million in, for example, in Mississauga. But this is a general based on all locations. So we always advise our fellow realtors to specific to your jurisdiction, that your city, your street, your community, and your city. Because in Mississauga, for example, we have 20 jurisdictions within our one city. So each one has a different price leverage. So we have to create reports not only on the street but also on the community. Sammy, 1.28 million in 416 and 969,000 in. This is way down average price in Mississauga. Mississauga average price for Sammy is $1.2 million. So that's what I'm saying, because they have included many areas which is not comparable, but this is an average as a benchmark for calculation purposes. Townhomes, 992,000. It doesn't talk about number of beds or size. It's just the townhome. And we have three categories of townhomes. We have a condo townhomes, we have a freehold townhomes, and then we have freehold townhomes with parcel of tied land. It's called POTL. That means house is freehold, but there is a road connecting this house is private road. Therefore, there is a condominium. It's called parcel of tied land, and that road is connected with each through a condominium. So they're called parcel of tied land. So we have three types of condo townhouse. Now, condo apartment, 732,000, and average price is 660, and this is 905 area, and it all depends. I recently bought a house for a client in Vaughan, was about 500 and I believe 15,000. So one bedroom, and that's how it's going. Detached home, you can look at the sale has gone down. Everything is showing detached minus 7% in both locations. Sammy minus 19.4%, townhome minus 10.2%, and condo minus 0.2. But if you look at the average price for detached home, we're going to combine both, is 5.2%. It's gone up as compared to what September last year to this year. Sammy has gone 4.9%, average between 905 and 416. So price is increasing as compared to September. And then, and again, the sale has gone down. So townhome is now 4.5% between the two, 416 and 905. And condo is the only one that is showing minus 3.3% average price change. Similarly, sale has gone down minus 7.1% for September, and new listing has come 44.1%. This is the biggest jump we have seen because interest rates gone up. Luckily, the Bank of Canada did not increase the interest rate yesterday. They kept it at a 5% policy benchmark. Therefore, there is no impact on that. But to reach that point is already impacted many people who came for mortgage renewal or they were on a variable mortgage. That's why inventory has increased now. Active listing has increased now 39.8% as compared to last September. Average price increased 3% as compared to last year. So therefore, you can see, I'm going to show you another average for the 23 only. And this is very, very important. Now, list day on the market is minus 13, is showing 20 days instead of 23. And property day on the market is 30 days over 35 days. So you can see that inventory has increased now, is leaning toward buyer's market. Here is the data for 22, 23, how it compares. You can see how we started it at 1,038,668 as the average price in January. And if you look at the price in September, is 1,119,428. So we are not comparing what happened in 22, but we are comparing here how it has changed during this year 2023. If you look at the number of bottoms total sale, in September we have 62,525 deals in 2022, and we are now minus 13.7, which is 53,989. So we are still, sales are average minus 13.7% below what we were with this in this year. So we still have 3 more months, October, November, December, and we'll see where we go from today. This is the Canadian Real Estate Association had created some projection. They have adjusted some projection for 2024. 2023 remains the same, but I'm going to show you next slide to show you the difference. So now this is a Canada-wide sales by Canadian Real Estate Association. They are showing minus 9.8% sale across Canada, in minus 9.8, and they're projecting sale to increase 9% in 2024. And this, we are now, as you know, the inflation is about 4%, and the Bank of Canada is projecting that 2% will be in not 24, probably in 25. So therefore, these adjustments could be made in the future. So you can see the sale of Ontario, that's where I am located. They are projecting minus 11.8% sale percentage of change as compared to last 2022. And they are projecting 10.8% increase in 2024. Obviously, this will be subject to change in the future. So let me see who else has come in and joined. Let's see who else is waiting. Anybody's waiting? No. Okay. So so we are expected 24 to pick up the sales. Okay. The reason what we have decline in number of sales is because the federal government restriction for the foreign buyers to buy single dwelling across Canada. They have given some exception. We're going to talk about that in the next couple of slides. So now you can see This is a sale forecasting by Canadian Real Estate Association. They are showing is minus 3.3% as compared to 2022, forecasting for 23, and they're saying 1.5% average price will increase 1.5%. So average price will be reduced minus 3.3 in across Canada. So I am in Ontario, so they are saying is minus 6.2% as compared to 2022. So if we go back to the previous slide, it shows that we are not there as compared to what we are, but those are based on Toronto Regional Real Estate Board, not Canada-wide. So it may be deceiving in a certain way because it depends where a buyer wants to buy something. And particularly foreign buyers have limitation what they can buy. And I'm going to share that in the next slide. And Ontario, they're projecting a 0.2% increase in 2022 because inflation has risen back again when it was down at less than 3% in June, now back to 4% in September. Therefore, we expect that further impact will be forecasted probably toward December. If you recall that I mentioned that prohibition on the purchase of residential by non-Canadian Act. This is a law that prohibited the purchase of a single dwelling across Canada. But because of lobbying by Canadian Real Estate Association and all the professional organization, they have made some exceptions. So they are saying is if a foreigner work on a permit in Canada can also buy the property, but they have to be in Canada for 183 days or more for non-citizen to buy a property. But the only thing we have to remember that there is a non-speculation tax of 25% for non-Canadian. And this is where is a provincial legislation, not federal. Federal is allowing you to buy, provided that you can pay that fee, tax. Now, I have recently a client which is working for last 6 years. They are waiting for their PR, permanent residence. And when I did the calculation, consultation with the lawyers and everyone, I told them they cannot buy it because they want to buy a $1.5 million house. It will cost them about $450,000 as a deposit and $450,000 as a non-residence speculation tax by the government of Ontario. And they prorate and refund some money when they become permanent residents. So I told them they don't have the money. They only have $450,000 to buy it. Therefore, I delay their process until they complete their get their permanent resident. This is very important to understand that they can buy it, but they will be paying 25% non-speculation non-resident speculation tax. Now, on land development now, they are allowing the land zone for residential and mixed use, including residential development, are allowed by non-Canadian. They can buy it. It depends on the size of the project, whatever they want. In a private corporation, they can threshold for foreign control will increase from 3 to 10%. So this requires a little bit interpretation from the lawyer as well as from the accountant to see how it's going to work, because it depends how they plan to tailor their foreign investment in Canada. I will have a presentation very soon for Charleston Association, and I'm going to have our planner and also chartered accountant and lawyer to come and do the presentation. So that way it clarifies more position. Now, is in Canada, there is a penalty for $10,000 to the realtor or the brokerage if they violate this law. That means we cannot encourage people or circumvent the system to help someone to buy a property if they don't qualify under this criteria. So this is very important for each one of you to understand. Is it possible that you may have similar restriction in your jurisdiction? So when you are dealing with a foreign residents in your area, you need to find out from your tax department, your regulator and other departments, see what impact there is for a foreign investment and how we can deal with it. So you create a similar template for your foreign buyer. This, you are familiar with that, some of you, which I have created this foreign buying tips. Normally, I always said to prepare a checklist for the buyer so he or she understand the steps that involves in order for you to acquire a property in your jurisdiction. So each one of you have to show me. I am right now, hopefully, starting from next week, I will be preparing a small template for my partner in each specific jurisdiction. So I want all of you to send me one page what a buyer expected if I make refer to you. So I will use that to create video and I will share it to millions of people so I can attract business for you. As you know, I cannot sell that. I can only promote and make a refer. And I will be able to do that if you provide me one page in writing. You can email me or you can send me or WhatsApp group or through our network. Please post one page about your buyer checklist for your jurisdiction. Share listing data. Please always share a property that you want to help, seek some help. Share the information about the property. And also prepare a estimate of closing costs. This is very, very important. Not only a purchase of the property, cost of buying a property in Ontario is about 2% of the purchase value. And then if you buy in Toronto itself, then you might have your increase will cost in closing cost increase to 3.5 because there is a double land transfer tax. Lots of municipalities are seeking additional power from the province to acquire more knowledge and more power to increase taxes because lots of infrastructure requires maintenance and cities are struggling for cash and they want to increase their revenue by implementing new policy. So province is considering to give some more power to people. So consent to advertise, you always need to give consent to advertise to promote each other. Also, we have a world's largest MLS system where I can promote your listing if you need help. And also we enter into a referral agreement and we agree to what we're going to pay to each other. We are required to have a jurisdiction and due diligence. I cannot sell your property. I can only make a referral to you because my jurisdiction is Ontario. So you can make a referral to me. I will give 35% of what money I earn to you back to your brokerage. Similarly, I am required to do due diligence. Therefore, I will ask information before I send a buyer to you. Okay. So these are the steps that I have shared in the past. Again, the way we do a CIPS, that you always make a referral to each other. And your referral partner will do the search, selection, and make offer to the buyer. And they will negotiate an agreement of purchase and sale with condition of financing, appraisal, inspection as a minimum. Once everything is finalized, the agent will send APS to relevant documents to the lawyer. In Ontario, lawyer has to complete the transaction. And lender will also funds to the buyer's lawyer. They will send fund to the buyer's lawyer because the money is not changed hand with the realtors, it goes through the lawyers. A lawyer will transfer the deed and register a mortgage charge on behalf of the lender. and obviously secure a title search insurance against title fraud. This is very important. No lawyer does any transaction without before doing a transaction. They need to have title insurance to protect. So again, this is just a brief again. You need to have a closing cost, and non-resident and foreign buyers pay speculative tax of 25%, withholding money to get clearance from CRA. If you are selling and you are non-resident in Canada, they will hold your money by your lawyer, and they get a certificate from CRA in order for you to get your balance of the money. They give you clearance certificate. Yes, go ahead. Foreign tax has been paid. And obviously you will need a chartered professional accountant to help in tax matters. Similarly, we need to have a consultation with a barrister and solicitor who will do the transaction. And we have a network of professionals a lot, and then we will make a refer to them. Foreign buyer can buy the property and secure mortgage financing based on these exceptions that I mentioned. Before, there were no exception. So this particular restriction will end on December 31st, 2024, unless extended by the federal government. And okay, buying real estate in Canada has nothing to do with immigration. Immigration is a separate process. So this clarity will provide clarity to the buyer who's buying in your jurisdiction, and you can create something like that for your client there. As you know, the Realty Coffee Talk is where we record all the videos. I have over 375 videos now, and you can send this is a real estate and mortgage learning center, free for everyone. And all our recording, our programs are also there. Please feel free to share with your friends and learn. There's a lot of good topics that I have shared in there. So it's realtycoffeetalk.com, or you can go to YouTube and say Realty Coffee Talk, and you will be able to find that. This was most recently, I did that last Thursday, benefit of buying pre-construction and resale homes. It's been amazing for you to share with your friends, and hopefully it will benefit them. And just go to YouTube, put Realty Coffee Talk, and or realtycoffeetalk.com, and you can subscribe to my YouTube channel. So this is about me. I have a small boutique brokerage in Mississauga, which is very close to Toronto. Toronto Airport is in Mississauga. We lease it to them. So that's how close we are in Toronto and Mississauga. So if you have not, I think you all have joined. If you have not, please join Global Real Estate Professional, a private network CIPS professional on Facebook. So our 33rd Global Connected Conference will be held on 30 November. And after the NAR meeting, I hope that you all will join and share your experience. So I hope that you like it. Any questions? Let me see. We have some comments here, and then I share with you. Thank you for your support, Leslie. Okay. And okay, good. So let me see. Everyone, I am Andrea Caper. Also, I'm Andrea Capers in Charlottetown. There, I'm sorry, I'm here. Okay. She's driving. She was not able to attend. So Dana did that. So I'm okay. So let's open to discussion. If you have any question, I'm really going to miss this event, but unfortunately, I have no choice because my wife, she has some challenges, and
Prayers to her.
yeah, so we are there in the hospital, but we have a good news that lots of things that we expected going worse has gotten bad. So it's a miracles, and with the prayers from all my friends and family around the world is helping, and she's doing well. So anything new you want to share, you feel free to say. Andre,
I have a question.
Yes, go ahead.
I was wondering about the effects of the ban. I know the purpose of it was to try to keep inventory for Canadians. Has that helped with first-time home buyers getting homes? Has that helped with keeping everything affordable?
There are two issues. First-time home buyers, okay? There is no restriction in terms of first-time home buyer, because as long as you meet the criteria that you are a permanent resident, you have no restriction there, because big hindrance is restriction that you are not non-resident or you are not staying in Canada for 183 days. If they qualify for it, then the restriction is, are you a permanent resident or not? If you're not, then you have to pay 25% non-speculation tax, property tax, land transfer tax. So if, assuming that everything is okay, only challenge that has been is that first-time home buyers, they have an ability to how much they qualify. And unless they have a significant down payment, Government of Canada has a program, it's called Equity Partnership. So if you have 5% down, the Government of Canada will give them 5%. And that, and they become equity partner. They don't have to pay any interest on that. What happens is, if they dispose of the property after 5 years or 25 years, whenever they dispose of the property, they have to give 5% of the sale value. So the Government of Canada is taking the risk, saying is, if let's say in 3 years, you decided to sell the property goes down, therefore 5%, let's say they put $10,000 to you, and if it goes down and your share, 5% of the sale value is only 3,000, you only pay 3,000. But if it go higher, it increased double or triple, then they have to pay 5% of that increased value.
Oh, okay.
In terms of job, price, income, we have still a stress test where they need to qualify, and benchmark, I believe, is 5.25. But if they have a contractual rate, let's say rate is 5, I'm giving you an example, 5%. So they need to qualify as 7%. They want to cover that risk. Remember that during this last 18 months or 2 years, our variable mortgage was, I remember I took a loan, it was a 1.45%, or someplace variable was 2.45, sorry, 2.45. The same variable mortgage, I am paying interest 7.2%. Money I bought it 2 years ago. So they are making money. I used to pay, let's say $400 a month interest. Now I'm paying almost $2,000 a month. Same amount that I borrowed from my son, sending him to New Jersey Missouri for medical school. So, this costs have gone up. So if lots of people have bought variable mortgage or to hoping that interest rate goes down, instead of going down, it went up. It creates affordability issue. So whoever is able to afford it, they are able to buy it. But there is a more competition. Anything below 1 million, 1.2 million, anything below is very competitive.
Yeah, it's similar to that in our market as well. The higher end properties are moving a little bit slower, but the 200 to like 400, there is competitive. We're still getting multiple offers.
Yeah. So all, affordability, again, the government give you this incentive program. There is a tax rebate up to $4,000 for anyone who buy first time, they'll give you rebate. And if you go to buy Toronto, they'll double that. So you are getting a rebate from the government. So these are the important things to know, that they have to maintain their credibility. They have to pay their mortgages. They have to pay all their taxes. They have to pay their debts, student loans, car payment. Don't drop them. Your credit score has to be really, really good. And in addition to everything else, and they want to give their money with prediction that this recession, the inflation is continuing. It appears to me that the Bank of Canada did not increase the benchmark rate, but it's possible in December they will do that before coming down. So these are the things. It's important that to talk and discuss with your client when you are dealing with the foreign buyers and see where the source of funding is very critical. We have a FinTrack now. We are all our boards are now using digitize. There is a program called FinTracker. That means all the foreign buyers who are buying properties, they have to identify the source of income. We have to track them digitally to make sure they're not money laundering involved, because we have a Proceed of Crimes and Money Laundering Act in Canada. Realtors are responsible. So now all board are using this tracking system. Instantly, you can scan IDs and get information to put in the system to see whether you need to report them or not. It's not, you don't have to notify it. You can, that's your legal, ethical, professional obligation to notify the regulator that, hey, some money is coming. I don't know whether it's suspected of, but you have to report them. This is required now. So we are adopting it. I just saw the notification. I installed on my phone. I think they call something called FinTracker. It's called FinTracker. There's a new application they developed in Canada. So anybody's doing it, they're using it. I hope you can find out if there's such a requirement in your jurisdiction to make sure that you are in compliance to your own jurisdiction to make sure there's no issue like that. So anything you want to add, Rory, to this?
Not on that discussion, but if I have a few moments, I could mention about the trade mission we're doing.
You want me to share the screen for you?
No, I could do it. I think I can do it on my side. Give me 1 second.
No, I just did.
Oh, no, yeah, it's disabled. Okay, yeah.
I just did that. Go ahead.
Working now? Oh, okay, good.
We got 5 minutes to.
No problem. You could see it, yes?
Let's go ahead.
Okay. So there are 3 different boards that are putting together a trade mission to India. This was the idea for somebody who most of you know, Trisha Roy, who lives in Gainesville, Florida, but she's from India. And we are doing an official trade mission that is both cultural and real estate related, from leaving Florida or New York or wherever, because it's open to anybody who wants to go. But it's leaving February 19th to India, and we would be coming back in March 3rd. So it's about 12 days in India. Covers 5 different cities. It includes, I'm going to show you the itinerary for a second. So what you see in front of you, if you could read that, is we're flying into New Delhi. This trip is going to include a full moonlight tour of the Taj Mahal in Agra.
It's beautiful.
We're taking a train and car trip to Agra from Delhi. We're also going to Ranthambore. We're doing an afternoon safari. So the wild Bengal tigers, we're doing a safari there in the fort. Then we go to Jaipur. We do a heritage tour and shopping. And all along the way, in each one of these cities, we're meeting with real estate associations in India as well. You can see it has that up on the Delhi, February 20th. We're doing a networking event with Delhi real estate. And then the finale of this, really, we're going on day trips to Pushkar, Rajasthan. We're doing camel rides, a little bit of everything. But the big thing is the last part of this trip from February 29th to March 2nd is the India Real Estate Convention in Goa. So it's a very big Asia real estate conference. I know that our association is splitting a trade show booth with the Orlando Regional Association. And they get many thousands of people that attend that. And then we fly back on March 3rd. So I will put the website for all of this in the chat so you have it, and you could scroll through. It has the cost, it has a way to reserve your seat, has information. I am one of the co-hosts of this with Trisha, but we would love to. We have about 6 or 7 people going. The goal is to have about 35 total. So like I said, it's open to any realtor.
Wonderful. Thank you very much.
Yep.
So,
I don't know how to stop sharing. Okay.
wonderful. That's great. Dana, you want to share anything? Andrea, you haven't spoken. Are you there? Okay, Dana.
I'm here, but
yeah, go ahead.
I don't know if Andrea.
Yeah, no, sorry. She was driving, I think. She was driving. All right. So anything else you want to add anything to it before we end our program?
No, I know you said we're still working out the details. So once we get most of those details finalized, we'll promote it to the group.
Wonderful. Thank you. Okay, beautiful. I think Lori has given some Leslie costs are in the link. Okay, so link is there. So it's always my pleasure and honor to connect all my friends together. Most important thing I always recommend to and suggest to each one of you is to create a buyer checklist. Because if I have to say I'm dealing with Rory or Leslie or Joseph or Andrea, or I need to know how much it costs. What are the things that a buyer needs to know about it? This is why I created these small template for you to use that and create something and share with me. In general, if you have a listing, you can share the flyer with the data. If you don't have a listing, you are looking to help buy it, then send me the approximate closing cost checklist. What buyer to expect? A stranger. You expect a stranger to invest money in your jurisdiction. So I think they deserve to have that information, how much it costs. In my experience that I have, 2% is closing costs in Ontario, except Toronto, where it's about 3.5% because you have double land transfer tax. Similarly, you need to find out from your area, what are the property taxes? What are the appreciation in your area? What is the land usage, zoning information about the property? When was it built? How many square footage? How much acres of land? And then on top of that, lawyer fee, inspection fee, environmental fee, septic tank study, any information that relates to a residential or commercial, you can define separate one. Create that, please share with me so I be able to. Next week, I'm planning to small video for each of my partner who share the list with me that I have a partner in that jurisdiction. Here is information about dealing with in particular jurisdiction. So if you're interested to seek interest in buying a property, I will send you to my partner. So I take the opportunity to thank you very much for your participation, and we'll see you last Thursday of November to connect us for 33rd consecutive meeting of Global Real Estate Professional Network. Thank you very much. Bye for now.